Ladder. Used to be a truck driver, and had a ladder on the back of the cab, mounted with bungee cords for easy removal, for when I needed it. Had some days off. Someone else drove the truck and damaged the ladder. I go into the office asking for a new ladder. Why? Well, it's damaged. It's bent, and doesn't seem safe. Sorry. You don't get a new one. When would I get a new one? If you don't have one, I don't care if you throw it in a ditch. But as long as you have one, you don't get another one. Next day I go ask for a ladder. You were just in here yesterday, I told you. You told me that if I didn't have one, I would get a new one. What? Where is it? In a ditch. Remember you said, got myself a new ladder, and never had problems again. If I needed some kind of tool. He basically told you to throw it in a ditch. Or have I been on this sub too long? On a similar note, but not malicious compliance. So not posted. 20 years ago when my father was still alive and working, the facility he worked at would have him and several other employees snow shovel the sidewalks, parking lots, and access areas whenever it snowed. The snow shovels provided were old, rickety junk that had been taped back together and repaired. My dad kept asking for new snow shovels every year, but the company refused to buy new ones since they already had snow shovels. And they worked fine last time. One day, it began snowing, and management had the employees go outside to clear the sidewalks. Unfortunately, there wasn't a snow shovel to be found on the entire property. For some reason, all the snow shovels were gone and, ahem, nobody knew where they went. Someone could have tossed every single one in the dumpster when nobody was looking. Maybe. Who knows? That year, the employees cleared snow with brand spanking new company purchased snow shovels. My uncle told me a story that a fan at his office making a lot of noise and wobbling badly. Maintenance came and looked at it and said, well, it's not broken, so we can't do anything. So my uncle got a metal rod from somewhere and beat the hell out of the fan. He then called maintenance again and said to them, it's broken now. They then replaced it. So dumb. Good for you. But that policy is effing stupid. Making your people use unsafe equipment opens the business to massive liability and lawsuits if someone gets injured. Safety equipment gets damaged. It gets replaced. No hesitation. This deserves a crosspost to our OSHA. On a related note, I have handed a ladder to a Walmart manager and said, this needs to be red tagged. When this last rivet fails, someone is going to get hurt. Reminds me of an old joke about a guy positioning a stake in the ground and a feller with a sledge hammer standing by. Guy with stake. Okay. When I nod my head. Hit it. Less than nod. Wop. OWWW. Quote. I tell you to keep climbing that ladder of malicious compliance, but I don't want you to get hurt. I have learned the hard way not to use an office chair as a ladder on the computer room floor. Do you work in the US? Being threatened with a phone call to OSHA should have guaranteed you a new ladder. Hey boss, I need a new truck. Instructions unclear. Ladder yeeted through the roof ceiling of a commercial building. You ditched their ladder. Did they ditch their attitude? Oops. Boss should have chosen their words more carefully. When I was in middle school, someone used an unsafe ladder at our church. Like many small churches, you didn't buy a new item till the old one was 100% unusable. Well, this one was at 99% and hit 100 while he was on top of it. I remember hearing the custodian talk about how much blood there was and where. The guy on the ladder spent several weeks in the hospital and lost the use of a finger. We moved not long after. So no idea if the church learned anything. But I learned something. I have to do similar things to get things fixed, be my landlord. Oh, there are tenants whose air conditioning doesn't work at all. And they have to prioritize. After a few years of having poor AC that barely worked, I helped the problem along until it didn't. Just one of many examples. They have a policy, so I work around it. I can't stop laughing. He definitely deserved this one. Damaged ladders go in the trash. I would more consider this as following orders than as complying maliciously.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.